So I just picked up this 1998 Yamaha Big Bear 4x4 and I'm going to do an oil change quickly on it just so I know it has fresh fluids in. There's not many videos online about oil changing this, so I thought I'd video it. It's fairly straightforward. You're going to need a 19mm socket, 21mm, and a 5mm Allen wrench, and then a new filter. This is a complete oil change. You have to do the main drain bolt, and then you have to drain the half a liter that's in the middle drive gear. There's a half quart of oil in there that doesn't drain out the main drain, so you got to make sure to drain that. But I'll show you in the video. Here it goes. So 19mm socket for the drain. I'll show you here where the drain bolt is. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it is right there. 19mm. So let's take that off. While the drain bolt's off, it's a good idea to clean it up. Now, the other drain bolt you need to get is right underneath. Let's see. Right underneath here. I'll show you. This one. Right there. It's a 10mm. So now you can drain that. It has a brass washer on it, make sure you don't lose that. And now the oil filter is right behind this cover, behind the gear shifter. There's 3 Allen bolts. They're 5mm. I'm going to take the gear shifter off so I can get this filter housing off. Mark it with a Sharpie if you want to put it back in the exact same position. It's a 10mm. Now these Allen bolts are specific to their location, so make sure you put the right one back in the right hole. So now that the gear shifter is out of the way, you're free to remove this cover. Just clean it up nice. This is the filter you need if you're wondering. The Wix filter 57935. I'll put a link in the description. I got this off Amazon, 10 bucks. And it was the only filter that came with new O-rings if you need them. The hole opening in the filter goes in. Tighten that back up. Now we can put the gear shifter back on, and if you marked it, just line up your Sharpie mark. Let's give it a tap. Alright, now you have to put the middle gear drain bolt back in. So put your drain plug back in. So now you're going to remove the middle drive fill bolt that's right here, 21 millimeter. Okay, so we are ready to fill. You put half a liter in the middle drive fill hole, and then you put 2.5 liters in the dipstick fill point on the other side. So I'll start with half a liter in this fill hole right here. The oil I'm using is Amsoil Synthetic 0W40. It's a great oil for ATVs. I'll leave a link to it in the description. It's going to take a while. So it looks like mine only held 400 mils. So now we'll go on the other side and do the dipstick. Fill it 2.5. So 2.5 quarts or 2.5 liters in through here, the dipstick, and we should be good. There's one more step once we get it full. You have to open up a bolt to make sure your oil pump is working, so I'll show you that step once I got 2.5 liter in here. Alright, so now when you start it up, you need to open this bolt right in here. It's got a Phillips head on it, but it is 8 mil, I believe. Crack it open a few turns once your quad is running, and you should see oil start coming out because it's a banjo bolt, so it's got a little hole. You should see oil start coming out, and that'll confirm that your oil pump is working. As soon as you see oil start weeping out, you can crank that back up again. So as you can see, my oil pump works. Just make sure when you crack that upper bolt open to check and make sure your oil pump's working, make sure you're there right to crack it closed, because otherwise you'll end up with a mess like I did. Now I would check your oil level, just make sure it's at the right mark, and then it's done, ready to ride. Alright, if you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. It's oil change on a 1998 Big Bear 350 4x4. It's a complete oil change, including you got to make sure when you do the oil change you get that middle gear drive, otherwise you're leaving about 500 mils of old oil in. So make sure you change that when you do your whole oil change. Yeah, if you like it, hit the thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you want to follow along. Thanks.